I want to talk about Ron Johnson and how he's losing 7 points down, boys. That's another Senate seat we're likely to pick up. Keep the pressure on him, but I mean, come on. This dude is a fucking idiot.
Senator Johnson, how much did you know about what your chief of staff was doing with the alternate slates of electors? No, you're not. I can see your phone. I can see your screen.
Explain what your chief of staff was doing.
Does your chief of staff still work for you? Support his efforts to try to get those slates to the vice president?
No, I had no knowledge of this.
Who's the person?
I had no involvement in an alternate slate of electors. I had no idea this thing would be delivered to us. Got delivered staff to staff. My chief of staff did the right thing. Contacted the vice president's staff. They said didn't want it, so we didn't deliver it.
Who's the person?
That's the end of the story.
Who's the person that delivered it to your office?
I have no idea.
I was originally sent a text at 11:36 by, your friend. I just met him, Judge Trupus. 6 minutes later, I set up a text exchange between my chief of staff and Jim, which just says, Jim Trupus, meet Sean Riley. We found out now this came from Pennsylvania Congressman Mike Kelly's office. We couldn't even remember who delivered this to us, okay?
Okay. Now, that's a very different story. Now, for his part, a spokesperson for Republican Congressman Mike Kelly of Pennsylvania said, quote, Senator Johnson's statements are patently false. Mr. Kelly has not spoken to Senator Johnson for the better part of a decade. He has no knowledge of the claims Johnson is making related to the 2020 election.
Riots on January 6th, where you were carrying the fake electors to the vice president. The only reason why you didn't get to deliver him was because the vice president said, fuck you, Ron Johnson.
We're also tired of being called semi-fascists. We're tired of being called potential domestic terrorists. This is the classic tactic of the left. They fall.
Let me be the second to say, fuck you, Ron Johnson.
All the Democrats can do is lie about me. And probably the most outrageous lie they're telling now is that I want to cut or end Social Security. I mean, things like Social Security and Medicare, if you qualify for the entitlement, you just get it no matter what the cost. And our problem in this country is that more than 70% of our federal budget, of our federal spending, is all mandatory spending. It's on automatic pilot. It never, you just don't do proper oversight. You don't get in there and fix the programs going bankrupt. It's just on automatic pilot. What we ought to be doing is we ought to turn everything into discretionary spending so it's all evaluated. So
he's going to destroy Social Security. Hey, it's obvious. Come on. That's his thing. They're going to, in fact, make us vote for Social Security every single year to decide whether or not we're going to fund it. So the first time Republicans are in charge, boom, it's gone. Want to bet? Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. It's all the same. It's all gone.
So not only did the FBI and those intelligence officials impact the 2020 election to a far greater extent than anything Russia ever could hope to accomplish, they're impacting this Wisconsin U.S. Senate race in 2022. So again, it is a deep state. There are partisan, highly political actors in it. This needs to be exposed. And yet all the left, all the news media wants to talk about is January 6th.
Facebook. Oh my God. Hunter Biden, Hunter Biden, Hunter Biden. Is that all you got? That's not going to save your Senate candidacy, man.
I knew it was a setup. I'm a tool of Vladimir Putin.
It's about $13.7 billion for Ukraine, $7.1 billion for people. We're still talking about PPE and billions for that. $8 billion for vaccine research, $2 billion for COVID testing programs, $4.5 billion to fight monkeypox. What is this latest Spendapalooza?
Spendapalooza? Really? Let's look at that list again. Yeah. Okay.
Now they just passed a bill that will spend about $369 billion on their new Green Deal fantasy.
And there's just so much grift out there. I mean, from the testing, the COVID testing, to all of the, the PPE.
Grift? I like how they start to use our big words. Y'all are the grift. Trump is the grift. How many hundreds of millions of dollars has he raised? Not for campaigns or not for anything really but himself, paying for his own Bullshit. With all of your money. That's right, he's taking it and he's putting it in a briefcase and or stuffing it under a mattress. And you people just keep on sending it to him because you believe in the cult. And some accuse me of drinking the Kool-Aid. Right on. I'm Zachariah, Lone Star Liberal.
That I'm a tool of Vladimir Putin.